still trying to make sure they know it was you. Not overtly, you're not that obvious, but it's present in the language you use when you talk about what you've built, and in your quiet need for the work to be traceable back to you. It's not ambition, it's something older than ambition, and it's worth looking at directly before it quietly shapes everything you're trying to build. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. I'm Shawn Michael. This isn't a podcast about pushing harder or fixing yourself. It's a space to see clearly how your experience is actually being created. Each episode offers a simple shift in understanding. Not a tactic, not a hustle. A clearer view of thought, identity, and the patterns you've been living inside. Because when misunderstanding drops, relief rises, energy returns. You move forward with calm, sovereign clarity. This is your Daily Power Boost. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. This block is where the season has been heading all along. Not that it's the finale, but because it's the question underneath every other question we've been asking. From belief work to the alignment questions, all of it was clearing the ground for this. What are you actually building, and does it need you to survive, or does it need something more than you? I want to tell you about a realization that took me longer to reach than I'd like to admit. For most of my time in this work, the work was about me. Not selfishly, I genuinely wanted to help people. Underneath that wanting to help, there was something else running. A need for the work to reflect well on me and confirm that I was the right person for the work. When that need was present, it shaped things I couldn't fully see at the time. Decisions about what to share and what to protect. Moments that I made the work more about the lesson instead of the person in front of me. In the quiet way, I'd orient things back towards my own language and my own place in the story. It took a specific kind of stillness to see it clearly. And when I did, it wasn't very flattering. I was building, but I was building something that needed me at the center to hold its shape. That's not work that outlasts you. That's work that ends when you do. This is the identity principle underneath that. If something just tightened, that's a signal. Most builders, anyone making something they believe in, start from a genuine place. And at some point, the ego finds the work. Not dramatically, but quietly. It starts showing up in how threatened you feel when someone builds something similar, or whether you can celebrate the work of others in the same space without measuring it against your own. The work that outlasts you gets built the moment you stop needing it to be yours. You don't stop caring, you stop needing. There's a real difference. Caring means you show up fully and hold the standard. Needing means the work becomes a container for your unresolved questions about your own worth. The container built around someone's worth won't survive their absence. It just becomes a monument. There is a moment when the work stops being about what it says about you and starts being about what it does for the person receiving it. The shift is quieter than you'd expect. No announcement or revelation, just a different quality of attention in the room. You're no longer half present to the work and half monitoring how you're landing. You're just present. And the work that comes from that place, it's a different texture, less polish in the performed sense of the word. More true in the way that only things built without the ego armor can actually be. People feel the difference even if they can't name it. And what they feel when the work isn't organized around the builder's need to be seen is something rare enough that it tends to stay with them. That's the work that outlasts you. Not because your name is on it, because something true got through. One question: what would change about how I'm building if I knew my name would never be attached to it? Don't approach this hypothetically. I want you to look at it as a genuine diagnostic, a gap between how you build now and how you'd build in that scenario. That gap, that's exactly where the ego found the work, and it's the most honest place for you to start your next iteration. If this landed somewhere specific, and there's a version of your work you're building around yourself rather than beyond yourself, that's a conversation worth having before it shapes more than it already has. Book your clarity call. That's exactly the kind of thing we look at together. Next time, the people watching you. I'm not talking about your audience. Those people in your actual life. The ones who are learning what's possible by watching how you move. Most leaders never fully reckon with that. Our next episode does. The work doesn't need your name on it to matter. It needs your full presence while you're building it. With strength and heart, I'm Shawn Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.